Hey guys, Alexander again with another FreeSO video. This video will be a bit different than the regular FreeSO videos I do. This one will be more of an in-depth guide on how to properly plan a lot when the game comes out. The important thing to remember is you have a limited amount of space in building your lot. Today what I want to show you is how to properly plan your lot on the largest lot size you can have. A lot is 64 units long and 64 units wide, and 5 units high. If you do the math, that means you have about 20,480 cubic units to build on. Now, of course, I won't be showing you how to build on all 5 floors, but I will be showing you how to properly plan for 1 floor. I hope you find this enjoyable, and if you do, leave a like. What you're looking at here is a sped up version of how I'm creating a lot for when the game actually comes out. If you notice off to the left and the bottom, I have a 64 to indicate that's how many units long and wide it is. And every time I add a new building, in the sidebar, I tag it as trailer 1 or production office or gate or something like that. I basically label it what I want it to be. And then when you actually put the building into it, then what you need to do is put a scale or dimension on that building. For example, you're looking at some right now. The buildings are about 3 by 2, these trailers back here. The production office is about 15 by 5, and other buildings are of various shapes and various sizes. So in order to put this into perspective, think of each number as your grid. That little black square is a fence that surrounds the entire thing. That will be useful for the lot I want, but it may not be for the lot you want. Basically, keep in mind that you only have 64 units wide and long before you have to start building on the next floor. And there's only a certain number of objects a floor can have. If you don't have Photoshop like I do, what you can do is go into Paint or Word and create a 64 by 64 table and use that and color in different blocks so you know what they want to be, and then print that out. Then, yeah, this entire video is unscripted, that's why I sound like this. Print the paper out and then label and scale everything on the paper so you know what you're building beforehand. If you are really creative, you can go ahead and put objects in there, but the purpose of this exercise is just to show you how to properly build one, not necessarily to furnish one. And here I'm just adding some extra stuff I didn't really want to put in my first go through of this, but I thought it was kind of necessary. Notice how I'm putting in all the dimensions and names in the sidebar, so I know exactly what that is when I go to actually build this thing. Hopefully you found this useful, and hopefully you get good use out of this, because this helped me properly plan lots when I played Sims 1 way back in the day, and I figured it might actually help some folks create a lot in FreeSO without having to completely tear it down or rebuy or things like that. This way people know, hey, this is where this is going to go. And the best part is you can go back and rearrange it, and it can usually come of minimal cost, unless you tear down the whole lot, in which case, yeah, it'll cost a lot. But you can generally get a lot of wiggle room with this system, and that can be incredibly helpful when you want to build your lot. Anyway, I would like to thank you all for coming here today and watch me explain a rather cool way to build a lot. I hope I didn't come off as too pushy. I just wanted to share some experience and hopefully pass it on to the next generation of online simmers. I'm just hoping that this works, because it worked for me, and if this simple method can work, it can usually work for another person. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.